Dinosaur party!
Today, Peppa and George have come to play at Granny and Grandpa's house.
Grandpa Pig!
Hello, Peppa and George.
Dinosaur! Grrr!
And hello to you too, Mr. Dinosaur.
It is Granny Pig, dressed as a dinosaur.
My goodness, Granny Pig, you gave me a shock.
Sorry, Grandpa. Didn't I mention I was doing a dinosaur day today?
No, you didn't.
Granny, why are you dressed as a dinosaur?
I'm doing an historical reenactment about dinosaurs with my friends.
It sounds like an excuse for another tea party in the garden.
It's not a party. It's all very serious and based on facts. I am dressed as a Tyrannosaurus.
Ooh!
And I've made costumes for Peppa and George. Peppa is an Allosaurus and George is a Stegosaurus.
Grrr!
Here is Grandad Dog.
Hello, everyone.
And what are you supposed to be?
I'm a Triceratops.
Hello!
It is Granny Sheep and Granny Wolf.
Ah, I know what you are. A Brontosaurus.
Actually, the correct name these days is a Patasaurus.
Wonderful. Well, I'll get on with making the cups of tea.
Thank you, Grandpa. Everyone else, follow me. This is how the world looked a long time ago, when there were dinosaurs.
Ooh!
Let's start our historical reenactment.
What do we do?
I suppose we just stomp around and roar.
A long time ago, dinosaurs walked the earth. Just like this.
I see the party started.
It's not a party.
Hello. Hope I'm not late for the party.
You're just in time.
Ah, a cup of tea. Thanks, old chap.
It is Grampy Rabbit. He is dressed as a caveman.
Why are you dressed as a caveman?
Well, you said it was a dinosaur party, and dinosaurs and cavemen go well together.
Actually...
Anyway, I'm good at being a caveman. I hope you don't mind, but I asked my daughter along to the party.
Miss Rabbit is driving a huge robot dragon.
Hello, everyone! Oh, sorry! It's a bit hard to control this thing. Stand back, everyone!
But that's a dragon, not a dinosaur.
Whatever! You have to admit, it's good.
I suppose it's like a dinosaur. OK, everyone, on with the reenactment.
How long is this going on for? Didn't the dinosaurs die out at some point?
Yes, 66 million years ago, the world was hit by an asteroid.
What is an asteroid?
It's a huge ball of rock floating through space.
An asteroid would be super. But where can we get one?
It is Mr. Fox. Hello, Granny Pig. I heard you were having a dinosaur party, and I thought I might be able to sell you some stuff.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Fox.
I've got rubber pterodactyls, plastic nodding herbivores.
We need an asteroid.
It's like a ball.
And it has to be very big.
I've got just the thing, a giant beach ball.
Wow!
Perfect. That could be our asteroid.
You've got people in fancy dress, palm trees and a beach ball. This is a perfect beach party.
It's not a party.
And you can't have a beach party without music.
This is the best party ever!
Peppa loves dinosaur parties. Everyone loves dinosaur parties.
Digger World.
Peppa and George are visiting Digger World.
Digger! Digger! George likes diggers. I like diggers too.
And today, you'll both be driving real diggers.
Wow!
Here is Mr. Potato. Welcome to Digger World, where all your digger dreams come true. This is the Sand Digger ride.
Ooh!
Peppa Peppa and George, jump on board. Mummy and Daddy Pig, you have to pedal.
Oh.
Now, fill up this big bucket with sand.
This is fun!
Yes, fun!
Excellent work, children. Now we flip the bucket over, give it a tap, and voila!
Hooray!
Peppa and George have made a big sandcastle.
Let's go to the next ride.
This is the wall building ride. Stack the soft blocks to make a wall.
Hurry up, Mummy!
OK, Peppa.
Pedal faster, Mummy!
Oh, I'm going as fast as I can, Peppa.
Nearly finished. There! A lovely wall.
Here comes George with a demolition digger.
Meow!
Oh dear, George has knocked down Peppa's wall.
George! You naughty piggy!
Ho-ho! Building things up, then knocking them down. It's all part of the fun at Digger World. This is the grabber machine.
How do we play this one?
Let's hope it's not pedal-powered.
Mummy and Daddy Pig do the peddling.
Oh.
Peppa and George use the grabber to win a lovely prize.
Ooh!
There are Mr. Potato dolls or toy dinosaurs to be won.
Dinosaur. OK, George, let's get a dinosaur. This way, George. No, that way. Back, forward, down. Hooray! We've got the dinosaur. Oh.
The dinosaur toy is too heavy for the grabber. Oh, try again.
Oh no! We got a Mr. Potato doll!
The Mr. Potato doll is just the right weight for the grabber. Aren't you lucky? And he's yours to keep.
Oh.
But the best news is you have earned your digger badges. You are fully qualified digger drivers.
Hooray!
Thank you for visiting Digger World, where all your digger dreams come true. Bye.
Bye-bye! I really like Digger World because we get to drive...
Stop! It is Mr. Bull.
What's the matter, Mr. Bull?
We're building a wall across the road.
Digger! Mr. Bull, can we drive your digger?
Oh, I'm afraid children can't drive diggers.
But we've been to Digger World. We've got badges.
Oh, that's okay then. Hop aboard. I'll drive the digger and you can have the important job of pushing the buttons. Okay, now, push the button.
What? This red one?
No, the green one! Ah!
The digger has knocked over the new wall.
Sorry, Mr. Bull.
Building things up, then knocking them down. It's all part of the fun with diggers.
Peppa and George love diggers. Everyone loves diggers.
George's birthday.
Today is George's birthday. It is very early in the morning.
George, it's too early. Dinosaur. Go back to bed.
It sounds like someone's up bright and early.
Happy birthday, George.
George woke me up.
You woke everyone up on your birthday, Peppa.
That was different. That was my birthday.
And today is George's birthday.
Happy birthday, George.
Here's your present, George.
Ooh. Dinosaur. I knew it would be some sort of dinosaur thingy.
Ho, ho. Squeeze its tummy.
Too scary.
George, I've made you a birthday card. Can you guess what the picture is?
George cannot guess.
I was going to paint you a flower. Oh.
George does not like flowers.
But in the end, I painted you a dinosaur.
That's a lovely picture, Peppa.
Yes, I'm very good at painting.
Now, we're going somewhere very special for George's birthday treat.
Yippee! Let's go! Where are we going?
You'll see.
The family are setting off for George's birthday treat.
Are we going to the circus?
No, but it's somewhere just as good.
Is it the cinema?
No, much better.
I just can't guess.
Where can they be going?
We're here.
The family have arrived at the museum.
Why are we at the museum?
Come on, you'll see.
What can George's birthday treat be?
George, what do you like best in the whole world?
Dinosaur. Ooh, dinosaur.
George's birthday treat is a visit to the museum dinosaur room.
Silly old dinosaurs again. Dinosaur.
Don't be frightened, George. It's not a real dinosaur.
It's just a robot. Look, I stand on this spot and...
And now, there's another surprise.
All of George and Peppa's friends are here.
Surprise!
Mummy Rabbit has made a birthday cake for George.
Can anyone guess what sort of cake it is?
A dinosaur cake.
It is! What an amazing guess, Peppa!
Happy birthday, George!
There's one last surprise. Follow me.
What is the last surprise?
What do you think it is, Peppa? It's probably something to do with dinosaurs. Oh, what's that?
It just needs to be filled with air.
I know. It's a bouncy castle.
Peppa loves bouncy castles.
But if it's for George, why isn't it something to do with dinosaurs?
It is a dinosaur. A bouncy dinosaur.
Hooray!
George loves bouncy dinosaurs. Everyone loves bouncy dinosaurs.
This is great! Happy birthday, George! Potty training.
Susie Sheep has come to play with Peppa and George. Peppa and Susie are having a tea party.
Would Teddy like some tea? Yes, please. Teddy loves tea. Here you are, then. Thank you very much.
George is playing with Mr. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Grrr.
George likes playing with Mr. Dinosaur.
Oh. What's that smell? Poo-poo. Mummy! George has done poo-poo.
Do you need the potty, George?
Too late for the potty.
Oh, yes. Let's get you cleaned up, George.
That's better. Now, where were we? Tea. Oh, yes. Does Teddy want more tea? Of course. Teddy likes lots of tea.
There we are, all clean and fresh again.
Mummy, why can't George go to the toilet like me?
George is too little for the toilet, Peppa. He is potty training.
He is not very good at potty training.
He will get better, Peppa. You were just the same once.
What? I never did potty training. Or me.
We all did potty training when we were little, Peppa. Even mummies and daddies.
Really?
Yes.
Now I remember sitting on the potty like this.
So, George, next time, before you poo-poo or wee-wee, call the magic word potty.
Potty.
That's right, potty.
If you do it right, you get to stay all clean and fresh. Let's play giants! Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the smell of a clean, fresh George. Quick, George, hide from the giants. I'm coming to get you, little piggy. Excuse me, Madame Sheep. Have you seen a little piggy around here? Does he smell clean and soapy fresh? Yes. He went that way. Come back, you cheeky piggy. I'm coming to get you. Wee-wee! Mummy! Daddy! George wants his potty.
Come on, George. Let's get you to your potty.
George is on his potty.
Well done, Peppa, for shouting out. George did a wee in his potty. But next time, George, you must do the shouting out. Call the magic word potty.
Potty!
Oh, the magic word is potty. So when you want to go, call out for your potty. The magic word is potty.
How high can you throw the ball, Peppa? Really high. Watch this. Woo! Catch the ball, George. George, do you need the potty? Potty! Potty! Potty!
Hang on, George.
We've got the potty.
Here it is.
Well done, George. You called for the potty.
Potty! Hooray! Now George is almost grown up, like me.
George loves potty training. Everybody loves potty training.
Lunch.
Peppa and George have come to Granny Pig and Grandpa Pig's house for lunch.
Granny Pig! Granny Pig!
Hello, my little ones. Would you like to pick some vegetables from the garden for lunch?
Yes, please. Grandpa Pig! Papa Egg!
Hello, Peppa, George.
This is Grandpa Pig's vegetable garden. He has grown all these vegetables himself.
What's this?
Dinosaur.
A dinosaur? Ho, 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 ho. Let's choose some vegetables for lunch. Peppa, do you like tomatoes?
Yes, Grandpa Pig.
George, do you like tomatoes?
No. George does not like tomatoes.
Oh, dear. Do you both like lettuce?
Yes, Grandpa Pig. No. George does not like lettuce.
Oh, dear. I must have something that George likes. Do you like cucumber?
Yuck.
George does not like cucumbers, and he does not like lettuce, and he does not like tomatoes.
Well, George, what vegetable do you like?
Chocolate cake. Silly George. Chocolate cake isn't a vegetable.
Maybe George will like the vegetables when they're made into a lovely salad.
Oh, lovely fresh tomatoes, lettuce and cucumber. First, we have to wash them.
Peppa and George help Granny Pig wash the vegetables.
Maybe that's enough washing.
Granny Pig has made the tomatoes, lettuce and cucumber into a salad.
Grandpa Pig, can you call everyone to lunch?
Lunch!
Granny Pig has made pizza for lunch.
And here's some salad, made with Grandpa's tomatoes, lettuce and cucumber.
Tuck in, everyone.
George has eaten his pizza, but George does not like the tomatoes or the lettuce or the cucumber.
Oh dear, George, don't you like the salad?
No.
George, just try a little bit of this lovely tomato.
Yuck.
George, this is cucumber. Grandpa Pig grew it in his garden.
Try a piece of lettuce, George. It's yummy.
Oh, now, George. Look what I'm doing. Now it's a dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
George loves dinosaurs. George is eating the tomatoes, lettuce and cucumber.
Well done, George.
Would you like some more, George?
Full.
George, are you too full to eat any more tomatoes, lettuce or cucumber?
George is too full to eat any more.
George, are you too full to eat anything more?
George is too full to eat anything more.
Oh, well, then you won't want any of this chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake.
My word, George seems to have got his appetite back.
Richard Rabbit comes to play.
Peppa and George are playing in their bedroom.
This will be the best house ever.
George, Richard Rabbit is here.
Georgie! Richard! Dinosaur! Dinosaur!
Bye-bye, Richard. I'll be back to pick you up later. George and Richard are best friends.
George! Richard! You've knocked my house down. Please play something not bouncy.
George has made the toy basket into a volcano. Richard is using toy trees to make a jungle. George has used the building blocks to make a river.
Dinosaur!
George and Richard have turned the bedroom into dinosaur land.
I'm leaving. It's too noisy.
I say potato.
And I say potato.
Potato!
Potato.
The good thing about rainy days is we get to watch important TV programs.
Potato!
Potato.
Potato!
Potato. Mummy, George and Richard have made the bedroom into Dinosaur Land. And Dinosaur Land is very noisy. George has his best friend here, but I've got no one to play with.
You could ask Susie Sheep to come over.
Susie Sheep is Peppa's best friend.
Can Susie really come over now?
Let's ring her.
Hello, Susie Sheep speaking. Susie, it's me. Can you come to my house now? Yes, Peppa. Can I wear my nurse's costume? Yes, but come quickly.
Bye-bye, Susie. I'll be back to
Quick, Susie!
pick you up later.
Richard. Nurse Susie is here. And Nurse Susie says this is not Dinosaur Land, it's a hospital. And a hospital must be clean and tidy.
The bedroom is not Dinosaur Land anymore. It is a hospital.
I'm the important doctor. This dinosaur looks sick. I agree, Doctor. He's a very greeny ill colour. He must go to bed. And this dinosaur looks a very purpley ill colour. Yes, Doctor. He must go into bed too. Dinosaur! Shush! Quiet in the hospital. Choo-choo!
The bedroom is not a hospital anymore. Now it is a railway station.
No. There aren't any trains in Fairyland.
Oh, now the bedroom is Fairyland.
Only pretty things are allowed in Fairyland.
What's all this crying about?
George and Richard want to play dinosaurs and trains. And we want to play hospitals and fairies.
I see the rain has stopped outside. So, maybe you could all play outside.
But they like little boys' games. And we like grown-up girls' games.
But after it's been raining in the garden, what do you normally find?
Muddy puddles!
And what are muddy puddles for?
Jumping up and down in!
Everyone loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles, whether they are big girls or little boys.
Bubbles!
Peppa and George are drinking orange juice.
What noisy little piggies.
George, look at all the tiny bubbles. I can make bigger bubbles.
Peppa is blowing bubbles in her drink.
Bubble!
George wants to blow bubbles too.
Peppa, George, you really shouldn't play with your food.
Sorry, Daddy.
Peppa, if you like bubbles, why don't you play with your bubble mixture?
Yes, my bubble mixture. George, let's blow bubbles in the garden.
Peppa is showing George how to blow bubbles.
First, dip the stick in the mixture. Then take a big breath and blow. Bubble! George, now it's your turn. Dip the stick in the mixture. Hold it up. Take a big breath. And blow!
George is trying really hard, but he is running out of breath.
Achoo! George, you didn't blow hard enough.
I know a way George can make bubbles. Dip the stick in the mixture, then lift it up and wave it around.
Bubble!
It's even better if you run along.
Wait for me!
George is having fun making bubbles, and Peppa is having fun popping them.
I love bubbles!
Oh dear, the bubble mixture is all used up.
Daddy! Mummy! There's no more bubble mixture.
Don't worry, Peppa. I have an idea. Mummy Pig, bring me a bucket, please.
Yes, Daddy Pig.
Peppa, bring me some soap.
Yes, Daddy Pig.
George, bring me my old tennis racket.
A bucket, some soap, a tennis racket. What is Daddy Pig doing?
First, I need some water. Then the soup. And now, the tennis racket, please. Thank you. Now watch this.
Ooh, wow!
Daddy Pig has made his own bubble mixture.
Come on, everyone.
Be careful, Daddy Pig. Don't slip and fall.
I'll be fine. Whoa!
Are you okay, Daddy Pig?
Yes, I'm fine.
Wow!
Daddy Pig has made the biggest bubble ever.
Oh dear, I've spilt all my bubble mixture.
Now we can't make any more bubbles.
But we can play jumping in muddy puddles. Look!
Daddy Pig's bubble mixture has made a big muddy puddle.
Hooray!
Peppa loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
Look! The bubble mixture has made the puddle all bubbly.
Peppa loves jumping up and down in muddy, bubbly puddles. Everyone loves jumping up and down in muddy, bubbly puddles.
George's friend.
Peppa and her friends are at the playground. Peppa, Susie and Danny are on the roundabout.
Are you all ready?
Ready!
Then let's go!
Faster! Faster!
George is a bit too little for the roundabout. He is playing on the swing. Here is Rebecca Rabbit with her little brother, Richard Rabbit.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Can I come on the roundabout too?
Hop on, Rebecca.
Let's go really, really fast.
Richard Rabbit wants to go on the roundabout too.
If Richard gets on, it means we can't go fast. Richard can play with George.
Richard, would you like to play with George?
No.
George is a dinosaur just like yours. Let's go and see.
Richard Rabbit is the same age as George.
Richard wanted to see George's dinosaur.
Grrr, dinosaur.
George, can Richard play with your dinosaur?
No.
Richard, can George play with your dinosaur?
No.
George and Richard do not want to share their dinosaurs.
George, it will be much more fun if you share.
That was really nice of George.
Dinosaur!
George does not like sharing.
Richard, let George hold the dinosaurs now.
Richard does not like sharing either.
What's all this crying about?
George and Richard always cry when they play together. They're just too little to play properly.
Can you two big girls teach them to play together?
Of course. We can help them make sand castles.
Good idea. Let's go to the sandpit.
George and Richard love the sandpit.
George, Richard, today we are going to make sand castles. First, we fill the buckets with sand. We turn the buckets over and give them a little tap. Now we lift the buckets. Hey presto!
Richard has made a sandcastle.
Hey presto!
And George has made a sandcastle.
You see, playing together is fun.
Oh dear, this game has not gone very well.
It was your brother's fault. He broke George's sandcastle. Squeak! Your brother broke my brother's sandcastle first.
Now, you two big girls are meant to be teaching Richard and George to play nicely together.
That's right. We're big girls. And George and Richard are too little to play together properly.
I've got an idea. George, what's your most favourite thing in the whole playground?
Seesaw!
George loves the seesaw.
Seesaws.
It is a bit difficult to play on a seesaw on your own. Richard wants to play on the seesaw.
Seesaw, seesaw, seesaw. Look, George and Richard are playing together. Seesaw, 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 seesaw.
George likes Richard. Richard likes George. George and Richard like playing together.
Seesaw, seesaw. Bedtime story.
It is night time. Daddy Pig is reading Peppa and George a bedtime story.
And so the prince, the princess, the budgie and the frog all lived happily ever after. The end.
The bedtime story has sent Peppa and George to sleep.
Good night, my little piggies.
George is awake.
Dinosaur. Grrr. George, you naughty piggy. Go back to sleep.
George is not sleepy.
George! Nighttime is for sleeping, not playing. Shh. I can tell you a bedtime story. Once upon a time, there was a little pig. His name was Georgie Pig. And he was off to make his fortune. Soon he came to a forest. Do you like the story, George? Inside the forest was a little house. And inside the house was a bowl of porridge. Georgie Pig was very hungry, so he ate it all up. Yum, yum, yum. But just as he finished, Baby Bear walked in and said, "Oi, did you eat my magic porridge?" Georgie said, "Yes." Baby Bear said, "That was magic porridge. It will make you go very big." And then Georgie Pig began to grow. He grew and he grew and he grew until he was taller than all of the trees in the forest. The end. Are you sleepy, George? No. Not even a little bit? No. OK, I'll do a bit more story. Baby Bear said there is a box of golden treasure at the end of the world. But it's too far for me to go because I'm too little. Georgie said, "I will carry you there." So Georgie Pig walked to the end of the world. He walked and he walked and he walked. Are you sleepy yet? No. He walked through forests, across mountains, across seas. And are you sleepy yet? No. He walked all the way to the end of the world and found a big box of golden treasure. Ooh. And a big dragon. Grrr. Yes, a big green dragon with little wings and breathing fire. Roar! Luckily, it was a very friendly dragon. And he said, "You can have the treasure." But then Georgie Pig began to shrink. He shrank and he shrinked and he shrunk until he was the same little Georgie Pig as he was before. "How will we get back home now?" said Baby Bear. "I can fly you home," said the dragon. So Georgie Pig and Baby Bear hopped on the dragon's back and flew all the way back home to the little house in the forest. And then it's the end.
George is asleep. Peppa is asleep.
Peppa, what are you doing out of bed? Night-time is for sleeping, not playing. Night-night, my little piggies. Sweet dreams.
Peppa and George are in their little beds, fast asleep.
George's new dinosaur.
George is playing with his favourite toy, Mr. Dinosaur. George loves playing with Mr. Dinosaur. Mr. Dinosaur is made of plastic. It is almost impossible to break him.
Dinosaur. Grrr.
George loves playing with Mr. Dinosaur in the bath. At night time, George always takes Mr. Dinosaur to bed with him.
Dinosaur. Grrr. George, Mr. Dinosaur is broken. Oh.
Mr. Dinosaur does not have a tail anymore.
Poor George.
You have had Mr. Dinosaur a long time.
I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did.
Maybe it's about time you got a new dinosaur.
Yes, we can go to Mr. Fox's shop tomorrow.
This is Mr. Fox's shop.
Mr. Fox's shop sells everything.
I'm sure we'll find you a lovely new dinosaur here, George.
Dinosaur.
George does not want a new dinosaur.
Look, George, a big dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
Good morning. Can I help you?
We'd like the dinosaur in the window, please.
Certainly. Good choice. This is the Dino Roar. It roars, it walks, and it sings a dinosaur song.
Dino roar, listen to the dino roar. Roar!
Wow! Dino Roar!
We'll take it.
Roar!
George is playing with Dino Roar in the garden.
Don't play too roughly with Dino Roar, George. He has moving parts and might get broken.
George cannot play with Dino Roar in the garden. George wants to play with Dino Roar in the bath.
George, if you get Dino Roar wet, he'll stop working.
George cannot play with Dino Roar in the bath. It is night time. George has taken Dino Roar to bed with him.
Roar!
George!
Dino roar!
Dino Roar has woken me up.
Maybe Dino Roar should sleep somewhere else.
Listen to the dino roar.
George cannot have Dino Roar in his bed at night. It is morning.
Why is George looking so sad?
George cannot play with Dino Roar in the garden, in the bath, or in bed.
Never mind, George. Dino Roar can still roar.
Dino roar, listen to the dino roar.
Oh,
I think the batteries must have run out, Daddy Pig.
already? How many batteries are in here?
Hundreds and thousands.
Dino Roar needs lots of batteries to make him roar.
Oh, what's this? A trumpet? It doesn't work. Dinosaur.
That's not a trumpet, Peppa. You found Mr. Dinosaur's tail.
Oh.
Now, Daddy Pig can mend him.
I'll try. I think it might be quite difficult to mend. Oh,
Daddy Pig has mended Mr. Dinosaur.
Hooray!
oh, I am a bit of an expert at mending things.
George loves Mr. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Grrr. Dinosaur, dinosaur. Hello, Mr. Dinosaur. Grrr.
Mr. Dinosaur is George's favourite toy in the whole world.
Cuckoo cuckoo clock.
It is early morning. Mummy and Daddy Pig are still asleep.
Wakey, Mummy and Daddy.
What?
It's time to get up.
It's much too early. Don't you know what time it is, Peppa?
No, Daddy. Our clock doesn't work.
Oh dear. Let's see if we can mend it. Ah, the old cuckoo clock.
Why is it called a cuckoo clock?
There's a little wooden bird inside called a cuckoo.
I've never seen the cuckoo.
That's because we stopped winding it a long time ago.
The cuckoo got a bit annoying.
Oh, can we wind it up again, please?
All right.
Daddy Pig is winding up the cuckoo clock.
There.
Daddy Pig sets the clock to the right time. It is nearly 9 o'clock.
Daddy, can we see the cuckoo now?
You'll see the cuckoo soon.
What does she look like, Daddy?
Now let me think. She moves her head like this. And she flaps her wings like this. And she says, cuckoo!
What a noisy little cuckoo you are, George.
Look, it's going to do something. Wow! Silly George, you missed the cuckoo. The cuckoo was really, really brilliant. She went, cuckoo, and you missed it.
Never mind, George. You can see Cuckoo next time.
But you'll have to wait. Cuckoo only comes out once an hour.
Waiting is boring. Come on, George, let's play outside.
George does not want to play outside. He is waiting to see Cuckoo. It is nearly 10 o'clock. George has been waiting for Cuckoo for almost an hour.
George, come and play. Mr. Dinosaur wants you to play too. Grrr. Grrr. Dinosaur.
George has missed Cuckoo again.
Never mind, George. Why don't you play in the garden? I'll call you when it's time to see Cuckoo.
To you, George.
It is nearly 11 o'clock.
Peppa! George! Time to see Cuckoo!
Quick, George. You can't miss Cuckoo again. Oh.
George is running faster than he has ever run before.
George, did you see Cuckoo? Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
Peppa and George love playing cuckoos.
Cuckoo. Cuckoo.
It is night time. Peppa and George are very sleepy.
Cuckoo.
Peppa and George are asleep.
Is it morning already?
No. Time to sleep.
Cuckoo is not very well.
She just needs to sleep, like you and George.
Good night.
Good night, my little piggies.
George, I know how to make Cuckoo better. We'll wind her up like Daddy did.
Mummy and Daddy are fast asleep.
What?
Mummy, Daddy, we've got something to show you. We've made Cuckoo better. Mr. Dinosaur is lost.
George's favourite toy is Mr. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
George loves Mr. Dinosaur.
Grrr.
Sometimes George likes to scare Peppa with Mr. Dinosaur.
Grrr. Too scary.
At supper time, Mr. Dinosaur sits next to George.
I beg your pardon? Was that you, George? Or was it Mr. Dinosaur?
Dinosaur.
At bath time, George shares his bath with Mr. Dinosaur.
Good night, Peppa.
Good night, Mummy.
Good night, George. And good night, Mr. Dinosaur.
When George goes to bed, Mr. Dinosaur is tucked up with him. George's favourite game is throwing Mr. Dinosaur up in the air.
Whee!
And catching him when he falls back down.
Whee! Whee!
Peppa and Daddy Pig are playing drafts.
I win, Daddy.
Oh, well done, Peppa. George?
George, what's the matter?
I'm sore.
George, have you lost Mr. Dinosaur?
George has lost Mr. Dinosaur.
Don't worry, George. We'll find Mr. Dinosaur.
It's a job for a detective.
Daddy, what is a detective?
A detective is a very important person who is good at finding things.
Me! I'm good at finding things.
All right, Peppa is the detective.
George, I'm the detective. I will help you find Mr. Dinosaur.
Maybe the detective should ask George some simple questions.
George, where's Mr. Dinosaur?
George does not know where Mr. Dinosaur is.
The detective could try and guess where Mr. Dinosaur might be.
I know where he is. George always has Mr. Dinosaur with him in the bath. So Mr. Dinosaur is in the bath.
Mr. Dinosaur is not in the bath.
Oh. I know where Mr. Dinosaur is. George always has Mr. Dinosaur in his bed at night. See, that's where he is.
Mr. Dinosaur is not in George's bed.
Oh.
Maybe we should try the garden.
Yes, the garden. I was going to say that. Where is Mr. Dinosaur?
Mr. Dinosaur is very hard to find.
Oh, Mr. Dinosaur isn't anywhere.
George, you do love to throw Mr. Dinosaur in the air. I wonder if this time you threw Mr. Dinosaur just a bit too high.
There he is! There he is! I saw him first!
Well done, Peppa. You really are a very good detective.
I'm sore.
George is so happy to have Mr. Dinosaur back again.
Whee!
Maybe it isn't a good idea to play with dinosaurs near trees.
Dinosaur. George's racing car.
It is a lovely sunny day at Granny and Grandpa Pig's house. Peppa, George, Daddy and Grandpa are inside watching racing cars on television.
Come on, car number 2.
It's neck and neck coming up to the finish.
What a lot of noise!
This is so exciting. Car number 2 is a pass.
Ah!
That's better.
The race was almost finished. Switch it back on.
Wow, that was an exciting end to a race. I'm so glad I didn't miss the finish.
See, it's finished. It's such a lovely day. You should all go outside and play.
Yes, Granny Pig.
So, what are we going to play?
George wants to play racing cars.
I know. Let's build George a racing car.
Can you really make a racing car, Daddy?
No, but Grandpa Pig can.
What? OK. I'll make a racing car for George.
This is Grandpa Pig's shed, where he makes things.
What have we got here? Ah, an old pram.
No, George isn't a baby, Grandpa.
We only need the pram's wheels, Peppa.
Ooh.
This bit can be the bonnet.
And this can be the seat.
What's your favourite number, George?
George's favourite number is 2.
Oh, this racing car will be super fast.
Hooray! Don't make it go too fast, Grandpa. George is only little.
Don't worry, Peppa. This will be a pedal car, not a motor car.
Ah!
Next, we need a steering wheel. Last of all, you need racing goggles and a hat.
It's George's racing car!
Here are Danny Dog, Zoe Zebra and Pedro Pony.
Hello, everyone. Look at George's racing car. Wow! I'll race you. And me. And me. I want to race too. Where's your racing car, Peppa? I don't have a racing car.
Don't worry, Peppa. You can be the chief mechanic.
What does that do?
You fix George's car if it goes wrong.
Oh, goody. I hope it goes wrong a lot.
Let's start the race.
3 times round the garden.
Ready, steady, go!
And they're off.
Come on, George!
That's the end of lap 1 and George is in the lead.
What's all this noise out here? I'm trying to watch television.
We're having a race, Granny.
That's the end of lap 2 and George is still in the lead. Oh dear, a wheel has come off George's car.
Where's the chief mechanic?
Here I am.
What do we do?
Put the wheel back on.
OK, Chief Mechanic.
Go, George, go!
Oh dear, George is now at the back of the race.
Pedal faster, George! Come on, George!
Come on, George!
George is the winner! Hooray!
Well done, George! You're the best racing driver in the whole world!
And you've got the best Chief Mechanic in the whole world, too.
Yes, that's me! George catches a cold.
Today it is raining a little bit.
Peppa, George, put your rain clothes on.
When it rains, Peppa and George must wear their rain clothes.
Yuck!
George does not like wearing his rain hat.
George, you must keep your hat on.
Why?
Because you must keep dry.
Why?
Because you might catch a cold.
Why?
George, do you want to play in the garden? Then keep your hat on.
Come on, George.
Peppa and George are going to jump in muddy puddles.
Yuck!
George does not want to wear his rain hat.
Peppa, George!
Come inside. The rain's too heavy to play in now.
Oh, George, where's your hat?
Achoo!
George has caught a cold.
Achoo!
Oh, poor little George. You don't sound well.
Don't worry. I'll ring Dr. Brown Bear.
Dr. Brown Bear speaking. I see. Put George to bed and I'll be straight round.
Thank you, Dr. Brown Bear. Goodbye.
Will George be taken to hospital and given medicine?
No, George just has to go to bed.
Oh, so George is not really properly ill. Ugh, that's disgusting.
Poor George. Let's get you straight to bed.
George, you have to stay in bed for a bit.
No.
George does not want to stay in bed.
Achoo.
George, you have to stay in bed until you are better.
Why?
Because you have to keep warm.
Why?
Because Dr. Brown Bear says so.
Hello, where's my patient? Open wide and say, "Ah."
George is a little bit worried.
Peppa, you're big and brave. Can you show George how to say, "Ah"?
Of course. Ah! Ah!
George has caught a cold.
Does George need medicine?
No, but he can have some nice warm milk at bedtime to help him sleep.
Thank you, Dr. Brown Bear.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
George has been in bed all day. Now it is Peppa's bedtime.
George, are you better? Achoo!
George is not better.
Achoo! George, please don't sneeze so loudly. This is impossible.
George, here's some nice warm milk to help you sleep.
The warm milk makes George feel very, very sleepy.
Good night, my little piggies.
It's so nice and quiet.
It is morning. George has slept very well. George is better.
Come on, everyone. It's a lovely sunny day.
George is wearing his rain hat. He doesn't want to catch another cold.
Oh, George, you don't need to wear your hat.
Why?
Because it's hot and sunny.
Why? George, can you stop saying why all the time? Why?
George certainly is better.
The baby piggy.
Peppa and George are visiting their big cousin, Chloe.
Today, as well as seeing Chloe, you are going to meet your new cousin.
Ooh.
Peppa and her family have arrived at Chloe's house.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Peppa and George.
This is Chloe, Peppa and George's big cousin.
But where's our new cousin?
Here's your new baby cousin.
Ooh.
The new cousin is a tiny baby piggy.
Cuckoo.
Oh, how beautiful.
Is it a girl, baby?
No, it's a boy.
Oh, I wish it was a girl.
Me too.
George is pleased the baby is a boy.
Dinosaur.
I think the baby's too little to play with dinosaurs.
George, the baby doesn't want to play with you. It wants to play with me.
Peppa, the baby is much too little to play ball games.
But if it can't play with a dinosaur or a ball, what can it do?
It eats and it sleeps. And it does that.
Auntie Pig, can I hold the baby?
Yes, if you're very careful, you can hold Alexander.
Alexander?
That's his name, Baby Alexander.
What a big name for such a small piggy.
It's quite nice, even though it's a boy. Goo, goo, goo. Oh, what's that smell?
Maybe Alexander's nappy needs changing.
Ugh, disgusting.
Peppa, when you were a baby, you wore nappies.
I did not.
Mummy, can I play with Peppa and George in the garden?
Yes.
Chloe, is it nice having a little baby brother?
Yes, Alexander is very sweet.
I wish George was a sweet little baby piggy.
I know. George can pretend to be a baby piggy. He can go in my doll's pram.
That's a good idea. No.
George does not want to be a baby.
George, if you pretend to be a baby, I promise to be nice to you forever and ever.
George is thinking.
And you can play with all my toys.
George is thinking more.
And when we get home, you can play with all my toys.
George has decided.
Goo, goo, goo.
What a sweet baby piggy.
Here are Candy Cat, Susie Sheep, Rebecca Rabbit and Zoe Zebra.
Hello. Meh. Why is George in that doll's pram? It's not George, it's a baby piggy. Goo goo.
But it is George. George is a pretend baby piggy.
Ah. Is it a girl or a boy?
It's a girl.
No.
George does not want to be a girl baby.
OK, it's a boy. I've got some cookies. Would the baby piggy like one? Oh, no. It can't eat cookies.
George likes cookies.
Maybe it can have one cookie.
Cuckoo! It's so clever and so handsome. It's very funny. It's the best baby piggy ever.
George likes this game. Here is Auntie Pig with baby Alexander.
Wow! A proper real baby piggy.
It's so gorgeous.
It's much sweeter than George.
Oh dear, George liked being the baby piggy.
Oh, George, you'll always be my baby piggy.
Maybe it's time for a new game. How about some dinosaur chasing?
Eek! Too scary!
George liked being a baby piggy, but he likes being George more.
George's woolly hat.
Today, George is wearing a new woolly hat.
Hold on to your hat, George, or it will blow off.
Peppa and George have arrived at Granny and Grandpa Pig's house.
Granny Pig! Grandpa Pig!
Hello, my little ones.
Now, children, play nicely. And, George, don't get your new hat muddy.
We promise not to get George's new hat muddy.
Thank you, Grandpa Pig. See you later.
Bye-bye!
Come on, Peppa and George. Let's go down to the garden.
Yes!
George, remember what Mummy Pig said about your hat?
Yes, yes, Granny Pig. It will be fine.
Peppa and George have found a large pile of manure.
What's this, Grandpa?
That is manure. Wonderful stuff. I put it on my vegetables to make them grow big and strong.
It smells really smelly.
It's the muckiest, smelliest thing in the garden. Probably best if you two stand back. There. Let's go spread some muck.
This is Grandpa Pig's cabbage patch.
Hello, cabbages. Would you like some manure?
It is getting windy.
Hold on to your hat, George.
Oh dear, the wind has blown George's hat off.
George, catch it!
George's hat is caught in a tree.
George, you are all muddy. Oh, but your hat is still clean.
Thank goodness for that.
I'll get it down for you.
Perhaps I had better help.
No, Grandpa, I can do it. Whoops.
Oh dear, Peppa is covered in mud.
I see two little piggies who need a bath.
George's hat is on top of some reeds in the pond.
Lucky for us, your hat is still clean, George.
But how do we get it?
This is a job for a grown-up. I will need a stick.
Don't fall in, Grandpa.
I know what I'm doing, Peppa. I can reach it.
I see a big piggy who needs a bath.
Grandpa Pig, what on earth are you doing?
I'm having a cup of tea.
No, you're not.
Of course I'm not. That was a joke. It is perfectly clear to see that I have fallen into the pond.
That was a silly thing to do. Peppa, George, you're both covered in mud too.
We were trying to get George's hat back, Granny.
Where is George's hat anyway?
It's flying in the sky.
I will get George's hat back and then you can all get cleaned up.
Be careful, Granny.
I would use a stick.
Thank you, everyone, but it's perfectly fine. I've got boots on.
If you walk on that manure, you will sink.
Hush, Grandpa. I have no intention of sinking. I can reach it. Got it. Ah!
Oh dear, Granny Pig is covered in manure.
Ooh, smelly Granny Pig.
Mummy Pig has come to pick up Peppa and George.
Hello.
Grandpa Pig, I thought you promised not to let the children get muddy.
I think you will find we promised not to let George's hat get muddy.
And it's not muddy.
It's perfectly clean.
Yes, I can see. The only clean thing around here is George's woolly hat.
George's balloon.
Peppa and George have had a day out with Granny and Grandpa Pig.
Ice cream!
It is Miss Rabbit's ice cream stall.
Let's stop for ice cream.
Why not? I think we deserve it.
Hello there.
Hello, Miss Rabbit. 4 ice creams, please.
Coming right up. What flavours would you like?
Strawberry for me, please.
Chocolate for me, please.
Banana for me, please.
Dinosaur.
Oh, I don't think they have dinosaur ice cream.
I think George wants a dinosaur balloon.
Do you not want an ice cream, George?
No. Dinosaur.
Oh, how much is the little balloon?
£10.
£10?
It's all for a good cause. There you go, George. Hold it tight. Don't let go.
George has let go of the balloon.
Ah! Maybe I'll hold this very valuable balloon for the journey home.
George loves his dinosaur balloon. Peppa and George have arrived back at Granny and Grandpa Pig's house.
Hold it tight this time, George. Don't let go.
Why? Oh, George. In the world, there are 2 sorts of balloons. The up balloon and the down balloon. That is an up balloon. If you let it go, it will go up and up and up, all the way to the moon. Moon. Grandpa!
Oh! Got you. Perhaps we should go indoors before we lose your balloon, George. Your balloon will be safe in here.
Hello, Polly. George has got a new balloon. Balloon!
Don't you pop it, Polly. George loves his balloon.
Oh.
George has let go of his balloon again.
Don't worry, George. It won't fly away because the roof is in the way. Oh, it's gone through the door. It's going up the stairs. It's going into the attic.
Don't worry. There's only one way out of the attic, and that is through the roof window, which is always kept closed. Oh, dear.
The roof window is not closed.
Catch it, Grandpa!
I can't, Peppa. It's in the sky.
George, your balloon is going to the moon. You'll never see it again.
Daddy Pig has come to take Peppa and George home.
Hello. Have you had a lovely time?
We bought George a dinosaur balloon.
But George let it go, and it's flying to the moon.
There must be some way we can get it back.
Balloon!
Look! Polly Parrot is flying after the balloon.
Polly Parrot to the rescue.
Go, Polly, go!
Polly Parrot has rescued George's balloon.
Hooray!
Who's a clever Polly?
Who's a clever Polly? George, don't let go of your balloon again.
I know. We'll tie the string to your wrist, George.
What a good idea.
George loves his dinosaur balloon. Everyone loves George's dinosaur balloon.
Surfing.
Peppa is on holiday at Kylie Kangaroo's house.
What are we going to do today, Kylie? We're going to the beach. Yippee! I love the beach!
Everybody ready?
Yeah!
Then let's go!
This is the beach.
Wow! Look at the sea and the waves.
Yeah, you'll need life vests for the water.
Dad, are we good to go surfing now?
You're all good.
What is that? It's a surfboard. What do you do with it? You lie on it and the waves push you along. Ooh. Come on, Peppa, I'll teach you. It's easy to float because the board is super floaty. The tricky bit is catching the wave. Ready, steady, now, Peppa! Woo!
Kylie is being carried along by a wave.
Don't miss the next one, Peppa. Ready, steady, go! Isn't it awesome? Yes, it's brilliant! Surfing is the best thing ever.
It's true. Surfing is the best thing ever.
Ready, steady, go!
George wants to go surfing.
Sorry, George, you're a bit too little to go surfing.
Oh, the waves are getting too big for Peppa and Kylie.
Oh, is it time to go home?
Are you kidding? These waves are perfect for grown-ups to surf.
That's proper surfing!
These waves are awesome!
Wow!
Kylie, where's your little brother?
He's out there with Mum. Having fun, Joey?
Your turn to surf, guys.
Thank you, but I'm quite happy to watch.
Why don't you have a go, Mr. Pig?
Why not? It does look fun.
Aw, the waves have gone.
Too bad, Mr. Pig. Looks like you've missed your chance to surf today.
Oh, that's a shame.
But it's just right for little George to go paddling in.
I'll come with you, George. No surfing, George, but you can sit on me instead.
George likes sitting on top of Daddy Pig.
Look at that wave coming!
Crikey, it's a big one.
Daddy, there's a big wave coming! Wave!
What's that?
Wave!
I think they want us to wave, George. Cooey! Cooey!
George is using Daddy Pig as a surfboard.
Wow, George has got great balance.
Hooray!
You're a natural surfer, George. Maybe you can teach me a few tricks.
George is the best. I loved surfing, Mummy.
Yes, what a fantastic holiday we're having.
So, what's planned for tomorrow?
Are you, staying another day?
I could stay here forever.
Well, I do have to go to work tomorrow.
They can come along too.
OK. Well, I suppose that might be...
Hooray! Peppa is having a lovely long holiday with Kylie Kangaroo.
Soft play.
It is morning. Peppa and her family are having breakfast.
Oh, there's a letter here for George.
It's an invitation to Richard Rabbit's party.
Sounds fun. I'll take George to the party, as long as it's not at that awful soft play centre.
It says soft play.
Ah.
Daddy doesn't like the soft play centre. Last time he got stuck and was rescued by a helicopter and a fire engine and a crane.
It wasn't exactly like that, Peppa. It was only a helicopter.
I think soft play sounds lovely. I will go with you, George.
It is time for Richard Rabbit's party.
Bye! I'll be back to pick you up later.
You're very welcome to stay if you want.
It's soft play, isn't it? No thanks.
Hello. You're very welcome to stay if you want.
See you later. Hello, Miss Rabbit.
Hello, Mummy Pig. I quite understand if you don't want to stay.
No, I'll stay. Us grown-ups can have a nice, quiet chat while the children play.
Oh, OK.
This is the soft play centre, where everything is soft, so children can bounce, swing, squash, slide, and play.
This is great. The children are having so much fun.
Yes, I just hope we can get them out at the end.
The little children have been playing all day.
Home time, children! That was a lovely party, wasn't it?
Yes!
Have you all had fun?
Yes!
Are you ready to go home now?
No!
Oh, my goodness! We're never going to get them out.
There's only one thing for it. I'll have to go in.
Good luck!
Ah! I'm stuck! Help!
Don't worry, I'm coming in. I'm nearly there. Oh no, I'm stuck too. Help!
Hello!
Mr. Elephant has come to collect Edmund Elephant.
Mr. Elephant!
Help! We're stuck.
No problem, ladies. I'll get you out.
No, don't! You'll get stuck. It's a trap.
Ah! I'm stuck.
Daddy Pig, Peppa and Susie have come to collect George.
Ah, what good little children you are. Where are your parents?
Help!
We're stuck!
Ho, ho! That usually happens to me. That is going to happen to me, isn't it? I'm going to go in there and get stuck.
Me and Susie can go in. We're smaller.
That's kind of you both, but it is my job. As a grown-up, I must do this.
But Daddy!
Don't worry, Peppa. If I get stuck, I will ring for the rescue services. Ah, yes, I'm stuck. Lucky I've got my phone.
Hello? Rescue service?
Oh, you're in here too?
Yes, I'm a bit tied up at the moment.
So there's no one to rescue us.
We're here, Daddy. We will rescue the grown-ups.
That tickles.
Hey!
Thank you, Peppa and Susie, for rescuing us. Hip, hip,
Hooray! Now we can all go home.
The little ones have gone back inside.
Peppa, can you bring the little ones out now?
Yes, Daddy. But we might have to play a bit first.
Peppa and Susie love the soft play centre. Everyone loves the soft play centre.
Bubbles.
Peppa and George are drinking orange juice.
What noisy little piggies.
George, look at all the tiny bubbles. I can make bigger bubbles.
Peppa is blowing bubbles in her drink.
Bubble.
George wants to blow bubbles too.
Peppa, George, you really shouldn't play with your food.
Sorry, Daddy.
Peppa, if you like bubbles, why don't you play with your bubble mixture?
Yes, my bubble mixture. George, let's blow bubbles in the garden.
Peppa is showing George how to blow bubbles.
First, dip the stick in the mixture. Then take a big breath and blow. Bubble. George, now it's your turn. Dip the stick in the mixture. Hold it up. Take a big breath and blow.
George is trying really hard, but he is running out of breath.
Achoo! George, you didn't blow hard enough.
I know a way George can make bubbles. Dip the stick in the mixture, then lift it up and wave it around.
Bubble!
It's even better if you run along.
Wait for me!
George is having fun making bubbles, and Peppa is having fun popping them.
I love bubbles!
Oh dear, the bubble mixture is all used up.
Daddy! Mummy! There's no more bubble mixture.
Don't worry, Peppa. I have an idea. Mummy Pig, bring me a bucket, please.
Yes, Daddy Pig.
Peppa, bring me some soap.
Yes, Daddy Pig.
George, bring me my old tennis racket.
A bucket, some soap, a tennis racket. What is Daddy Pig doing?
First, I need some water. Then the soap. And now, the tennis racket, please. Thank you. Now watch this.
Ooh, wow!
Daddy Pig has made his own bubble mixture.
Come on, everyone.
Be careful, Daddy Pig. Don't slip and fall.
I'll be fine. Whoa.
Are you okay, Daddy Pig?
Yes, I'm fine.
Wow!
Daddy Pig has made the biggest bubble ever.
Oh dear, I've spilt all my bubble mixture.
Now we can't make any more bubbles.
But we can play jumping in muddy puddles. Look!
Daddy Pig's bubble mixture has made a big muddy puddle.
Hooray!
Peppa loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
Look! The bubble mixture has made the puddle all bubbly.
Peppa loves jumping up and down in muddy, bubbly puddles. Everyone loves jumping up and down in muddy, bubbly puddles.
Mr. Scarecrow.
Peppa and George are playing at Granny and Grandpa Pig's house today.
Hello, Grandpa Pig. Peppa Egg.
Oh, hello, Peppa. Hello, George.
Grandpa, what are you doing?
I'm making a flower garden.
Ooh.
These seeds will grow into beautiful flowers. I drop the seeds on the ground. Then I cover the seeds with earth. Oh, where have they gone?
The seeds have disappeared.
That's strange. I'm sure I put some seeds here.
Yes, Grandpa. We saw you.
Well, they're not here now. Oh, well, I'll just have to use some more. As I was saying, I simply drop the seeds on the ground.
A little bird is eating Grandpa Pig's flower seeds.
Oi! Get off my seeds! So that's where all my seeds went.
Into the little bird's tummy.
2 more little birds are eating Grandpa Pig's seeds.
Oh, look!
Ah! Shoo, shoo!
What's all this noise?
Granny Pig, the birds are eating all my flower seeds.
So we're chasing the birds away.
There's no point chasing them. They'll just come back again. Look. We need a scarecrow.
What's a scarecrow?
A scarecrow is a straw man that scares birds away.
What a good idea, Granny Pig. I'll make one. Come on, everyone.
Bye-bye, little birds. We're going to make a scarecrow.
This is Grandpa Pig's garden shed.
There'll be plenty of things in here to make a scarecrow. First, we need 2 sticks and some string.
We'll find them.
Peppa has found some sticks. George has found some string.
Good. I'll tie the sticks together to make the body.
Granny Pig has found some straw and an old sack.
Lovely. I'll put the straw in the sack to make the head. Now the Scarecrow needs something to wear.
Here's a bag of old clothes.
Ooh.
George has found a dress.
Silly George. Mr. Scarecrow doesn't want to wear a dress.
Peppa has found a coat.
Very good, Peppa.
George has found a hat.
Very good, George.
Mr. Scarecrow needs a face.
That's right. Would you and George like to paint a face?
Yes, please.
George paints the eyes and nose. Peppa paints the mouth.
Fantastic!
Mr. Scarecrow is ready.
Hooray!
The little birds are looking for Grandpa Pig's flower seeds.
Look, the little birds are back.
Don't worry, Peppa. Mr. Scarecrow will scare them off.
It worked. Mr. Scarecrow has scared the little birds away.
Hooray! Good. Now my flower seeds will not be eaten.
Oh, Grandpa, the birds look very sad.
Yes, they must be hungry.
That's why I've brought this.
What's that, Granny?
It's a bird feeder. Grandpa, may I have some seeds, please? Come on, birdies. Lunchtime. Now the birdies have their own seeds to eat.
Hooray! The little birds are happy again.
Peppa is glad that Grandpa Pig's seeds will not be eaten. But she is even more glad that the little birds will not be hungry.
The dentist.
Every morning, Peppa and George brush their teeth. Today, Peppa and George are going to the dentist.
Peppa, George, are you ready to go for your checkup?
I'm too busy for a checkup. I'm having a tea party with Teddy. Yes, we're very busy.
We all need checkups to make sure our teeth are clean and healthy.
OK, Daddy. George, are your teeth clean like mine?
It is George's first visit to the dentist.
You both have lovely clean teeth. I'm sure the dentist will be very happy.
Peppa and George are at the dentist's, waiting for their checkup.
Waiting is boring.
This magazine's very interesting. It's all about potatoes.
Peppa, George, the dentist will see you now.
Hooray!
This is Dr. Elephant, the dentist.
Hello, Peppa. Have you been brushing your teeth?
Yes, Dr. Elephant.
Good. Now, who's first?
I'm first because I'm a big girl. Watch me, George.
Sit in the chair, please. Hold tight.
Whee!
Open wide, please.
Ah!
Wider, please.
Ah!
Now, let's take a look.
Dr. Elephant uses a little mirror to look at Peppa's teeth.
I hope you haven't been eating too many sweeties, Peppa.
It is quite difficult to speak when your mouth is wide open.
There, all done. What lovely clean teeth.
She takes after me.
Can I have the special pink drink now?
Yes, but don't drink it, Peppa. Spit it out.
George, now it's your turn. No.
George does not want it to be his turn.
Maybe you can hold Mr. Dinosaur while the dentist looks at your teeth.
Grrr, dinosaur.
Very pleased to meet you, Mr. Dinosaur.
It's not a real dinosaur. It's made of plastic.
Hold tight. You're doing very well, George. Now, can you show me your teeth?
George does not want to show the dentist his teeth.
George, open wide like this. Ah! Ah!
Ah, there they are. All done. You have very strong, clean teeth, George.
Are they as lovely as mine, Dr. Elephant? Ah!
Yes.
George is very proud to have clean teeth.
George, don't forget the pink drink.
Oh, but wait! What's this?
What's wrong, Dr. Elephant?
George has clean teeth, but this young dinosaur's teeth are very dirty.
Oh, no. Dr. Elephant is very cross with Mr. Dinosaur.
Not at all, Peppa. It's my job to make teeth clean. The water jet, please, Miss Rabbit.
The dentist uses water to clean Mr. Dinosaur's teeth.
The polisher, please, Miss Rabbit. This will be a bit noisy.
Dr. Elephant polishes Mr. Dinosaur's teeth.
Pink, pink.
That's right, George. Mr. Dinosaur needs some special pink drink.
Gosh, what shiny teeth you have, Mr. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Too scary.
George loves Mr. Dinosaur, especially now he has nice clean teeth.
A trip to the moon.
It is a lovely sunny day. Peppa is playing with her bouncy ball. George and his friend, Edmund Elephant, are playing with their space toys.
Moon.
George is pretending that the bouncy ball is the moon.
I was playing with that ball. Oh!
Edmund's space toy has landed on Peppa's head.
This looks fun. Are you going to the moon?
It's just boring space stuff for babies, Daddy. It's not real.
But space is real, Peppa. And there are real rockets that go to the moon.
The museum has a show all about the moon.
Shall we go and see it?
Yay! Will we really have to go to the moon?
No, Peppa, we're not going to the moon.
We're going to the museum.
OK.
Here is the museum.
Hello, everyone. Have you come to see the moon show?
Yes, Miss Rabbit. 5 tickets, please.
There you are. Enjoy your trip to the moon.
Oh, we really are going to the moon.
No, Peppa. It's just pretend.
This way for our trip to the moon. Mr. Rabbit is the tour guide.
Ooh.
Prepare for takeoff.
It's just pretend, isn't it?
That's right, Peppa. It's just pretend.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
We live on a planet. Does anyone know what it is called?
The Earth.
That's right.
I'm a bit of an expert at space things.
There are 7 other planets that go around our sun. Does anyone know what they are called?
Mercury.
Oh, well done, Edmund.
Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus.
Edmund knows all about space.
I'm a clever clogs.
Does anyone know what these planets are made of?
They're made of cardboard.
These models are made of cardboard, but the real planets are made of rock and ice and gas.
But of course the moon is made of cheese.
No, the moon is made of rock. And this is a serious tour, so no jokes and no giggling. Here we are on the moon.
It's a pretend moon, really, isn't it?
Yes. If this was the real moon, you could jump over my head.
Ooh.
Does anyone know why we can jump so high on the moon?
Gravity.
Oh, that's right, Edmund. Gravity is what keeps us on the ground. It is weaker on the moon, so you can jump higher.
Ooh.
We can make you feel like you're jumping on the moon with the help of science.
That sounds impressive. How do you do that?
With big rubber bands. Everyone is strapped into Mr. Rabbit's anti-gravity rubber bands. Bouncing on the pretend moon is fun.
Say moon cheese.
Moon cheese.
And that is the end of the tour. Please walk this way.
Are there trees on the moon?
No.
Are there any cars on the moon?
No.
Are there any moon shops?
No. That would be silly.
Welcome to the moon shop. We've got moon maps, moon books. We've even got a picture of piggies on the moon with an elephant.
Look, there we are, jumping on the moon.
We've got moon rock too. It's got a picture of the moon all the way through the middle.
Ooh.
How about some real moon cheese?
How much is it, Miss Rabbit?
£5, please.
£5?
It's all for a good cause.
I like the moon now because it's very interesting.
And very tasty.
Edmund Elephant's birthday.
Mr. Zebra the postman is delivering a letter to Peppa's house.
Oh, look. Someone's got a party invitation.
It must be for me.
It says, to George Pig from Edmund Elephant. Please come to my party.
Doesn't it say George and Peppa?
No, just George.
I didn't want to go to a silly baby party anyway.
Hello? Oh, it's for you, Peppa. It's Emily Elephant.
Hello.
Hello, Peppa. Do you want to come to Edmund's party as my friend?
Oh, yes, please.
My mummy wants us to help with the little ones.
Help? Yes, I can help.
Danny and Susie are helpers too.
Oh, goody.
Everyone is here for Edmund Elephant's party.
Oh, the helpers are here.
Hello, Mrs. Elephant.
Let's get this party started. Who wants to play musical statues?
Yay! This is what you do. Dance when the music is playing, and when it stops, freeze like a statue. Ready, steady, go! Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Just dance already. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. This one is still blinking. You're out. You're moving, George. You're out. Richard and Edmund are out. So Zaza is the winner. Hooray! You've got a medal. It's made of real plastic gold. Mummy, musical statues is over.
Lovely. Now it's time for Pass the Parcel.
Yay! When the music plays, pass the parcel round. When the music stops, take some paper off. Ready, steady, go! George, pass the parcel.
Edmund has got a medal.
Hurry up, Richard. Just take the paper off.
Richard has got a medal. George has got a medal.
Pass the parcel.
Oh dear, George isn't passing the parcel.
No, George. That is Zaza's medal. It's a giant teddy.
Edmund has won.
Mummy, pass the parcel is finished.
Lovely. Now it's time for food.
Hooray!
Oh, the helpers have taken all the seats.
This is Edmund's party, remember? The helpers can eat after the little ones.
Oh, yes. We're the helpers. Juice, please. Juice, please. Juice, please. Jelly, please. Jelly, jelly. More, please.
Happy birthday, Edmund.
Happy birthday, Edmund.
It is the end of the party.
Thank you to the helpers. You all worked really hard.
Yes, it's not easy looking after little children. I need to lie down. I need a holiday. Swimming!
Peppa and her family are at the swimming pool. Daddy Pig is wearing his swimming costume. Mummy Pig is wearing her swimming costume. Peppa is wearing her swimming costume.
Hurry up, George. Everyone's waiting.
George is wearing his swimming costume.
Peppa, George, let Daddy put on your armbands.
There, George. Your armbands make you look very grown up.
Now me.
Good. Now we can go in the water.
It is George's first time at the swimming pool.
Why don't you put just one foot into the water? Maybe you should try the other foot.
Maybe George should try both feet at the same time.
Good idea. Well done, George. But you don't need to splash quite so much.
Here is Rebecca Rabbit with her little brother, Richard Rabbit.
Hello,
Richard, hold on to this float and you can practice kicking your legs.
George, would you like to try kicking your legs?
Very good, but try not to splash.
Big children don't splash. We're very good at swimming. When George and Richard are older, they'll be able to swim like us. Won't they, Rebecca? Yes. Oh.
Richard has a toy watering can.
Stop it, Richard. Oh.
Oh dear, Richard has dropped his watering can into the pool.
Mummy.
Sorry, Richard. I can't reach. It's too far down.
Mummy.
I can't swim underwater.
Even I can't swim underwater.
Please hold my glasses, Mummy Pig.
Hooray!
There you go.
Well done, Daddy Pig.
I am rather good at swimming underwater. Huh?
The watering can is for babies. Can we jump off the diving boards now?
Sorry, Peppa. Diving boards are only for grown-ups.
Oh.
Cheer up, you two. You can watch me dive.
Silly Daddy. Your tummy is too big.
Nonsense. I won trophies for my diving when I was younger.
That was quite a long time ago, Daddy Pig.
It's lucky I've kept myself so fit and strong. Please hold my glasses, Mummy Pig. You'll get a better view if you watch me from the side.
Please don't splash us with water, Daddy.
Of course I won't splash you, Peppa. I think I need a higher board.
Please be careful, Daddy Pig.
Yes, don't splash us, Daddy.
Don't worry, Peppa.
Don't splash us with water, Daddy.
I told you I wouldn't splash.
Clever Daddy.
Well done, Daddy Pig.
No need for my towel. I've got a special way of drying myself.
Daddy Pig has splashed everyone with water.
Daddy Pig!
Sorry, everyone.
The long grass.
Peppa and George are playing in the garden.
Oh,
The grass has not been cut for a while. It has grown very long.
come on, George. George, where are you? I can't see you. George, I'm coming to get you.
Peppa and George cannot see each other. Peppa and George love playing in the long grass. Daddy Pig is going to read his newspaper.
What a nice day for doing nothing.
Daddy Pig loves doing nothing.
Oh, goodness me, Daddy Pig. We've let the garden get a bit out of control.
What do you mean, Mummy Pig?
The grass. It needs cutting.
Oh, I quite like it. It's the wild garden look.
Mummy, Daddy, come and play in the long grass. It's fun.
OK, let's all play with this spotty ball.
Oh, where's it gone?
The ball is lost in the long grass.
Now we'll never find it.
Maybe it is time to cut the grass.
Yes, Daddy Pig.
I'll get the lawnmower. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Ah, here it is.
Daddy Pig has found the lawnmower.
It's a bit old and rusty.
Nonsense. It'll have the grass cut in no time. It does seem a bit rusty.
Maybe I should phone Grandpa Pig and ask if we can borrow his lawnmower.
There's no need to phone Grandpa. I just need to push a bit harder.
Daddy Pig's lawnmower is not very good.
Oh, I know. Let's phone Grandpa.
Hello, Grandpa Pig speaking.
Hello, Grandpa Pig. Could you help us cut some very long grass?
Oh, certainly. I'll be over right away. Bye. I think this is a job for Betsy.
Grandpa Pig is driving his motor mower over to Peppa's house.
Grandpa Pig! Peppa Pig!
Hello, everyone. I hear there's some grass that needs cutting.
And it's just a bit too long for my lawnmower.
Don't worry. Betsy will have it done in no time.
Is your lawnmower called Betsy?
She certainly is.
Hello, Betsy. Grandpa, can we ride on Betsy?
Of course you can. Hop aboard.
Aye, aye, Captain Grandpa.
We'll have this grass cut in no time. Hold tight. Here we go. Whee!
Betsy is very good at cutting grass.
This is fun.
There. Finished.
Grandpa, you've missed a bit.
Oh, yes. What's this?
Oh, the spotty ball. Thank you for finding our ball, Grandpa.
And thank you for cutting the grass.
Cutting grass is easy with Betsy.
Now we can play with our spotty ball.
To you, Daddy.
The ball bounces very well on the short grass.
To you, George.
Peppa Pig.
Catch!
Hide and seek.
Peppa and George are playing hide and seek. It is George's turn to hide. He must quickly find somewhere to hide before Peppa finishes counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
George has found somewhere to hide.
9,
Just in time.
10. Ready or not, here I come.
Peppa has to find where George is hiding.
Found you.
Peppa has found George.
George, I could see you too easily.
Now it is Peppa's turn to hide.
1, 3.
I'll help George to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. OK, George, open your eyes.
George has to find where Peppa is hiding.
Oh.
Peppa isn't hiding under the table.
George, have you thought of looking upstairs?
Peppa isn't under the bed. What was that strange noise? Peppa isn't behind the curtain. There is that strange noise again. What can it be? George has found where Peppa was hiding.
George found me. Now it's Daddy's turn to hide.
Oh, I think George should have another turn.
But George isn't very good at hiding.
I'm sure he'll be better this time. Close your eyes and start counting.
1, 2,
Oh dear.
3,
Peppa will easily find
4,
George.
5,
George, come over here.
7, 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come. Oh. George isn't hiding under the table. But George always hides under the table.
Have you thought of looking upstairs?
I know where he is. George is in the toy basket. Oh.
George is not in the toy basket. Where can he be? Peppa cannot find George anywhere.
Daddy, I can't find George anywhere.
Oh dear. I wonder where he can be. Actually, I think there's something about George in this newspaper.
Whee! George! Found you!
Oh, George, that was a good place to hide.
George was hiding behind Daddy Pig's newspaper all the time.